Hello, AFDA students. In this video, I will show you how to take your survey responses and create the histogram graph. So remember, the histogram graph, it looks like a bar graph, but it is not the same as a bar graph because it shows ranges of values. And those values have to be numeric, and our answers are not numeric. So what we're going to do is you're going to find your question, and you will highlight that whole column by clicking the letter above it. And then you can use Control C to copy it. Then you need a new file of your own. So you'll go File, New, Spreadsheet, and that new file will be yours so you can edit it. All right, and then you can click any column. I'm going to click the first one and Control V to paste it. Okay, so then what we want to do is replace these answers with numbers. So I'm going to now do Control F. Control F will find something. Control F. And, and I want to find it and replace it with something else. So I'm going to the three dots over here. All right, so I'm going to start with the first number, which was strongly disagree. And I'm going to type it in here. Strongly disagree. You have to type it right. So you might choose to copy it from a box to make sure you're typing it correctly. And I want to replace strongly disagree with the number 1, just like we did earlier when we found the mean. And I'm going to choose match entire cell contents. All right, and then I'm going to click replace all. And it says it replaced 2 instances of strongly disagree with 1. You can see one of them right here. All right, the next one was disagree. So I'm going to change this to be just disagree. And disagree is replaced with the number 2. Replace all. All right, remember you want to make sure this box is checked the whole time. Then we had neutral. Neutral is hard to spell, so make sure you get it right. And neutral is replaced with a 3. Replace all. All right, there were 17 neutrals, now there are 3s. And then agree. All right, and I want to replace that with a 4. Replace all. And then finally, strongly agree. And I want to replace that with a 5 and replace all. So now you should have, I'm going to click done, you should have all numbers. Looks like I do. Okay, so now you want to make sure it's still highlighted. If it's not highlighted, click the letter above so that it's highlighted, and you're going to go Insert Chart. Now it might not make you a histogram the first time. Mine did because I've been making histograms, but if it doesn't make you a histogram, you go over here. Maybe it made you a pie chart, maybe it made you a scatter plot. And I have histogram up here because I use it so often, but you will probably have to scroll down. It's not this. Notice these are different because they're separated. Here I have some that are right next to each other. It's down here. And if you hover over it, it says histogram chart, so you can tell that's the histogram. Okay? All right, so the next thing we need to do is customize it. We need to label the axes. So when I hit customize, I hit chart and axes titles. Actually having the question as your title is not a bad way to title it. I'm a little bit cut off, so I'm gonna try double clicking on it. Sometimes double clicking on it works, sometimes it doesn't, and you just fix it down here. So I'm gonna get rid of histogram of 18 just because I want to see more of the question. Yeah. And then I'm gonna change here where it says chart title, I'm gonna change that to one of the axes. So the horizontal axis, this would be like the level of agreement, not the question again. So I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to put level of agreement on the horizontal axis. And then the vertical axis is just counting how many people said in that range. So like here we have the people that said between 1 and 1.64, which we know is just 1. This is really just counting the people that said 2, etc. So I'm going to change the vertical axis to be count. It's counting how many people said each number. Okay, so now I think I am ready to copy this into my document. So I'm going to go over to the three dots and hit copy chart. All right, when I want to paste it, you will have two choices. I generally choose paste unlinked because paste unlinked will, and I'll show you that. New, it won't mess up. It doesn't let me do a spreadsheet from here, or a document from here. It won't mess up your graph if you delete it on here. So I recommend paste unlinked. All right, and that's it for the histogram.